Hey guys, I just wanted to reach out. I was watching the Rideshare Guy, and there's a portion where they're talking about the insurance coverage for, Uber, when what they cover. And I have to say, I think this is very important, and I wanted you guys, all my viewers, to be enlightened of the facts and know what you're covered for. It's very important. If you are definitely going to be doing Uber or rideshare, you should definitely know what you're covered for, and what you're not covered for, because the job is actually more dangerous than perceived because you're not covered in certain aspects. So I'm going to show a short clip of this, and I'm going to send the link below, but you guys should definitely check it out.
So please take out collision coverage. Take out coverage for your own vehicle on your car. Back to your question. When we're talking about the coverage that's available for underinsured motorists, which is when, again, hit and run, other person's not covered, you've only got $50,000 of coverage there. The liability is $1 million, but that's for damage that you cover or that you caused to someone else.
Okay.
Or you. You don't into that ever.
So let's say, I sent you that, and I remember like yesterday, it was a couple of weeks ago, and some driver sent me the dash cam video of him getting T-boned, right? And I think he's in Texas. And, he says, Serge, I have medical bills. I'm crippled. My car is trashed, and it was a hit and run. It was uninsured motorist, and Uber is not paying. My insurance company is not touching. I'm screwed. So let's talk a little bit about that, if you recall that situation.
I do. And he couldn't have said it better. He's screwed. There's not coverage for that event in Texas. So when there's certain states here, Texas is one of them, Indiana is one of them, there's several around that don't require underinsured and uninsured motorist coverage. That means a lot of drivers in various states are driving around without coverage, without protection, if somebody causes injury to them and then flees the scene, or if somebody causes injury to them and hasn't paid their premium and their insurance is lapsed. There's a lot of vulnerability out there, and Uber and Lyft are not doing anything to protect the driver from it.
Yep. And I became aware of that lately, and I'm getting these emails saying, Sergio, I have no coverage. I'm going like, how do you not have coverage? I didn't even know it. So let's talk a couple of minutes about P3, and then we'll get into other subjects. So I picked the passenger up. I'm on my way to the destination. What is my coverage with what Uber is providing?
Got $1 million of liability coverage. Again, not for you. You got $250,000 of underinsured, uninsured motorists in Chicago. And then it's the same property damage information that we talked about before, $2,500 deductible.
Yeah. So when you say not for you, so does it matter if Uber will cover you or not, if it's your fault or the other party's fault? Does that come into play?
It does. So if it's your fault, Uber's auto insurance and Lyft's auto insurance typically will not provide any sort of injury protection or wage protection for you. And that's pretty standard in any auto claim, whether you're driving for Uber or personal. If you are at fault, you don't get to tap into those auto insurance policies.
Okay. Now, a lot of people that email me, I tell them, look, you have no coverage literally on P1 or period 1 while you're waiting for a ping or driving around or repositioning yourself, because a lot of people, look, if I drop somebody off in the middle of the nowhere, right, and there's not going to be a request there, I have to drive back with my app on, hoping to catch a trip, right, going somewhere. And I'm practically going to assume that I'm not even covered during P1. What can drivers do? Could they buy supplemental insurance? Could they buy rideshare insurance? What should they do?
Yeah, they can and they should. So most big insurance companies now, the Allstates, the Progressives, the State Farms, they offer rideshare specific policies.
All right, guys. So that's the short clip. And I'm curious too, I was wondering if anybody out there thinks that Uber is profiting off the commercial insurance. If you want, send a message below. I want to hear what everybody thinks. I personally think they are overcharging for insurance, I've seen videos of them double charging for insurance, the passenger paying for it and then the driver paying for it on one trip. So double overcharging for insurance. And, you know, if you do one ride and they're charging $30 just for the driver, quote unquote, for insurance, what are they charging the passenger if they're really doing this? And why are you paying $60 in general for insurance? It doesn't make sense on one ride, you know. So I think they're profiting. Just leave a comment, guys, and have a great one. See ya.